Hi, I'm Barry Brager, and this is Staying on Top of Emerging Technologies and Your IP Ecosystem using the Intellar platform. Today, in Industry 4.0, business leaders are building new cultures in R&D around not just products and engineering, but also customers and data. Some are being pulled, others being pushed into being more data-centric around everything they do. Staying up to speed on the technologies that affect you and your IP ecosystem in R&D and in your new products and in your new customer and digital relationships takes all the data you can access. The problem is the data is locked away in the tools we're already subscribing to and many others that are appearing on the internet from open and deep sources every day. While we can collect this information or often have access to it in some form, it's really difficult to get the data out, and wrangling it, bringing it together in an organized, cohesive way to deliver insight is something that can be burdensome and expensive, especially as the data gets bigger. The Intellar platform is open to any data you can put in it. Any textual information can be used in Intellar to power an ecosystem or technology landscape analysis from your point of view, using your data sources, your taxonomies, and our collective insights. Intellar accepts this information through text mining technologies. That data is collected, extracted, and cleaned and normalized, categorized in ways that have meaning to you and your team, and visualized in meaningful correlations and co-occurrences to be shared in a convenient manner as cloud dashboards that teams can click, tap, and touch their way through, as slide presentations to show conveniently to stakeholders and managers who's doing what, when, and where, and as more data, enriched data, clean data, categorized and curated data to be shared back with our other platforms, integrated with our tools, or provided to our data science teams. The ability to organize this information automatically, intelligently, and interactively comes from more than 15 years of training our people and our machines to recognize patterns in innovation-intensive areas for all matters about IP, technology, and business. This information can be gathered and organized in a hierarchical structure as areas and categories. On the right-hand side, you see it illustrated as a tree. In the center, you see it illustrated as a sunburst. The hierarchical relationship of top level and subordinate levels is something that can be applied to technologies and events and is something that we do very well with the Intellar platform from Perception Partners. Here is an example of the type of data that is assembled every day from the Intellar platform across patents, technical literature, and news. In this specific example, we're looking at data from Qualcomm, and we're seeing the data move from a timeline that's being sliced from 1 year in 2010 all the way by the year till 2019. We see the data in this timeline at the top broken up by source type. In this case, the lower green series are patents, the middle gold series are patent applications, and the top orange series are news. Going to the left, we see the Qualcomm logo, whose data this is. If I clicked on this logo, it would take me right to their website, where it says where here I'm looking at the locations of origin for the various patents and news sources I'm analyzing in this particular automated profile. The creators are authors of articles or inventors of patents and patent applications. The players are companies that are co-assigned on the patents or co-mentioned in the articles that have been collected or the press releases, blogs, and other news items that contribute to this data set. At the bottom, we see the word ecosystem, which indicates the sectors by which Qualcomm is falling into over these various bands of time. Moving up to the top right, we look at votes. These tiles, you can prioritize what you want or downvote to hide what you don't want. Intellar has a very low penalty for noise. We mentioned the sources and the when, showing us output by type over time. The what points to recent and important snapshots or of recent and important records. And in the center, we see the technology taxonomy being evolved as a sunburst, with the areas being the inner ring, the categories being the middle ring, and the outer ring representing the document types contributing to the data that's being tagged. Below, we see a tag cloud where it says, really what? These are the important concepts and buzzwords. Bigger is more important or buzzier. The color of the text indicates the primary source where the term is found. At the bottom, where it says progress, we're looking at the most recent records that are contributing to the underlying analysis in this tile. This profile approach, these profile tiles, form the core of one of the key visualization types in the Intellar platform. When the text mining data that's in these tiles is brought together, we can profile multiple companies at a time and start to see who's doing what, when, and where in a very graphic and interactive way. These profiles are automatically assembled, continuously updated, and automatically recalculate with any activity from the interactive right pane that's in every window within Intellar. This approach to click, tap, and touch your way through the profiles applies to augmented, mixed, and virtual reality. It applies to blockchain. It applies to disinfectants, to drones, to IP from tech transfer. In fact, to any technology question you would have where your ecosystem can be better mapped, better explained, and better tracked to provide insight to you and your team on an ongoing basis across global patents, global technology literature, global news, PR, deals, startups, litigation, and any other text information you want. Think about how big Industry 4.0 is becoming, how many technologies are evolving at the same time with the same major potential implications for your business as you digitize, as you go global, as you compete in Industry 4.0. Stay on top of your IP ecosystem without being a data scientist. Leverage the Intellar platform.